Welcome back to Swankey. After you've logged in, you're going to start off at your Event Central. But to manage your guests, you're going to come to the left-hand side and just click on Guest Central. Here you're going to see a list of all your guests from all of your events. On the top, you'll see that you can add a guest with the blue button. You can search for an existing guest by name or email. You'll also be able to import, export, filter your guest list. You can sort the name by first or last, your relation to the guest type, who they're linked with, the number of events they've been invited to, and the number of events they've attended. So let's go ahead and add a guest by clicking the blue button at the top. The only thing you'll really need to include are your first name and last name for the guest. You can go ahead and save them. If you would like to add the information later, you can always come back to Guest Central, and there you see your guest added. Easy peasy. So let's go in and pretend that we've added Sandra Bullock with some more information. We can put how we'd like to address any invitations to her or any place cards setting. Maybe you'd like to call her Miss Sandy Bullock. It's up to you. You can also change how she relates to you. Is she a family member? You can select that. You can add her as a friend. You can even type in as a famous friend if you'd like as a category. You can add the phone number, changing the country, the email address. Now Swankey has also given the option to add a category for her age. You don't need to know your guest's particular age, but as you plan more and more events, you'll soon discover that vendors, especially food vendors, will provide different pricing. Often for adults, you might pay full price. For children who tend to eat less or different types of meals, you can select that. And of course, for really young children, hopefully saving you some money in the end. For dietary needs, that's also very helpful when planning meals. We can select, let's say she has an egg allergy and a fish allergy. We're going to select both. And then other needs. Let's say we want to give her VIP access. We can type that down, and you'll see all this information saved to your final go live. Now, we can just stop here, or if you like, we can jump to mailing information, or we can decide we're going to keep it virtual and just email her. So we can hop over to the family link. There are some events where we like to invite the entire family, and there are other events where maybe just one or two family members are being invited. But to keep track of everyone, let's go ahead and add a link here. Now I can search for the name. Let's say that Ms. Bullock is related to Tom. It automatically populates here. We can select the same address as the main guest, or we can just save it. As you come back to Guest Central, you're going to see Tom Connor is linked to both Sarah Connor and Sandra Bullock. This will be helpful when you're planning your invitations, your thank you notes, perhaps keeping track of gifts and place settings, that they're all linked together if you'd like to put them here. Now, if anytime you would like to remove your guest from Guest Central, you can go ahead and select delete. You can also edit your guest. So this is very helpful for adding several guests at a time. If you would like to add more, check out our video on importing guests.